welcome to Mind and Movement, getting smart about how you move. I'm Hazel. Thank you so much for joining me for Coffee and Move 27. Today I thought we'd do a little bit of work on dorsiflexion of the ankle, so stretching the calves, stretching the gastrocnemius and the soleus muscle. The one I find gets missed a little bit though is the upper gastroc, so the upper gastroc crosses the knee, and many of us who have been playing sports for a long time have been told quite a lot to keep a micro bend in our knee because it helps us to absorb shock and all those kind of things, and over time what that can mean is you get really tight behind the knee. So we're going to do a couple of calf stretches. The first one is just a really simple, I've got a rolled up towel or a half roller, let's do it on a rolled up towel. You're just going to put your foot up on the rolled up towel. So I'm stretching the calf muscle of this leg. Couple of things to watch for. If your foot really heavily pronates, and so you're flattening your arch, you want to work to medially rotate the femur. So take the femur, externally rotate, laterally rotate the femur. So you don't want the femur to be medially rotated. You want to work to lift the arch by externally rotating the femur bone. That will help you to get a stretch in probably more of the lateral head of the calf, which is probably where you need it a lot more. You can also start to step the other foot forward to increase the stretch, but also really try to keep that weight in the heel of that back leg as you can. So this is like stretching the calf muscle. Why are our calves so short? Well, they're super short because we wear heels all the time. Most athletic shoes have some kind of heel. Unless you're in minimal shoes, you are probably wearing heels, which means that over time your Achilles and your calf muscles are shortening by the approximate height of the heel. So something we want to avoid. So I avoid wearing heeled shoes. I avoid running shoes. I just wear minimal shoes these days, but I've spent a lot of time transitioning my feet into those minimal shoes, and years. I spent years getting my feet strong enough for minimal shoes. So here's the first stretch for the calf. Then, of course, if you want to get into the soleus, you're going to want to start to bend the knee, right? So when we're bending the knee, we're getting into that deeper calf muscle, the one that doesn't cross the knee joint, and we can get a good stretch in there by crossing the knee. My soleus, whatever you want to call it, is quite long, but where I tend to be a little bit bound up is behind the knee joint. So I really like this stretch, and hopefully you can see it. I'll do it on this leg. So you're going to need a wall, and you get your heel as close as you can to the wall and put your toes up the wall. And then what you're doing here is then taking your knee, your hip towards the wall, so you're getting close to the wall. You're not, of course, pushing, arching the lower back. You are keeping continuity. You're keeping your ribs down. You're not thrusting your ribs. You are trying to get... and I find that this stretch really, for me, gives me a load much higher in the calf. And it feels good. Here, I'm also really working to turn my quad off, and then turning it back on. I come a little bit closer and then try and turn it off again, just so I've got a lack of tension elsewhere in the body, so I can really feel into what's going on at the spot behind the knee there where I'm feeling that load. You could do this with shoes on. I just don't wear shoes much. Okay, and then switching on to the other side. Again, getting that heel as close as you can to the wall. And then it's a wall lovers stretch, this one. And I'm just taking my hip. So this will also help with you getting into a hip extended position with a lot of dorsiflexion, aka walking and running and those wonderful things that we do to get ourselves around the planet. If we don't have enough dorsiflexion, which is the ability, I don't even know if you can see my head, you don't need to see my head. The ability of me to pull my foot towards my shin bone, or for me to take my shin bone towards my foot, that's dorsiflexion. I must have X amount of dorsiflexion for me to take a step and keep my heel on the ground behind me, and to be extending at the hip at the same time. If I don't have that dorsiflexion, it throws a lot of things under the bus, including my lower back, my neck, creates micro whiplashes that we don't want. So that is a little bit of stuff for stretching the back of the legs, the calves and whatnot. Then what I'd really like to do is turn this into a stretch for the lateral line. So I'm taking my feet off the side of the towel there, and therefore I'm putting the lateral tissues on stretch. So I'm talking fibularis or peroneus longus, and coming up lateral, my ITB a little bit, coming deep into the glutes. And then what I'm doing is I'm just going to do a hip hinge, not spinal flexion, a hip hinge. So I'm moving at the hips, and then as I take the tissue here further away, I get a really nice stretch down my lateral line, and then I really like to shift my weight side to side in this position a little bit. If you don't have strong ankles though, do not shift from side to side, because you might go over on one of your ankles there. So this is, let me show you a different angle so you can see that hip hinge. But I love this, lateral line stretch. So I'm just taking my feet off the edge of that rolled up towel, and then bringing a nice hip hinge into it. And it's a lateral line stretch for me. It's also a little bit of a hamstring stretch right in the middle there. It's good, it's nice, I like it. I like it a lot. And then you can just bring your feet straight up on top and do a hip hinge there, and you'll get more of that stretch. And the superficial back line, so calves, hamstrings, wherever you are tight. I don't feel as much in my calves. I feel this one a lot more in my hamstrings and coming up into my glutes. And I'm giving my quads a nice massage. My quads are off here. Can you turn your quads off in this position? You won't be able to if you've got a micro bend in your knee. So we're really working to get that full knee extension, which a lot of us have lost actually. Cool. Oh yeah, it's Saturday, yeah? And it's Saturday, and I think we've got like maybe 4 or 5 more days of our retreat, maybe, unless they extend it. Hopefully they do whatever is best for all of us. I don't mind spending another week or two doing these for you. Have a great day. Hope you enjoy your Saturday, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.